Okay, I've started anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
Right.
And
So this
suboptimally.
This episode is brought to you by Skype and its awesome servers and how they've went down worldwide and we're fucked. So we're now using the makeshift thing of fucking Google Plus.
Somebody get Bill Gates in here.
You said it'd be faster. It is faster. Anywho. Why is this in the wrong place as well? Jesus Christ, everything's all over the place. Fuck
Mate,
everything.
Google Hangouts, 100% designed for women. Everyone gets a chance to be in the center of attention. Fucking bullshit.
You should see it. You should see it on the recording. It's literally like spaz flashing between you guys when you're talking.
I can see it on my screen. I've got it full screen. It just darts between whoever's fucking talking. It's total bullshit.
Okay, so from last week, you guys managed to get yourself a nice little captive who you've, I was going to say interrogated, but he pretty much is pretty compliant and willing to like just tell you everything. So that document I gave you had his accounts of everything that he's seen, learned, everything that he knows is written down there as if it's like explained by him.
The Chronicles of David.
Yeah. So anything that any information you want to get, anything you want to know, you can get from there. So if you guys have read through it, then that's good. If you've not read through it, then start reading through it now, because it means that you can add into the planning of what you're going to do. But first things first, what is your general goal? Because you guys have had some time to think about it.
Fuck bitches, followed by get money.
Right. It's a good goal.
I think our goal, and by ours I mean mostly mine, is to decide who is best to help in this situation based off of what we can get out of it, and then help them.
Okay.
Double tiger. Also, Soulsby's eating.
So you're using the effect of like a moral ambiguity to just whatever's the best.
I mean, I had suggested to the other two, and again, I don't know if Porno's actually in or out, but of like the call.
I'm here.
All right, it was more. I'd had the suggestion of we could theoretically kind of set up, because again, if we, as three people who are complete strangers to the town, no one knows us. We have no notoriety and pretty much no credibility. So us just being like, he's a pedophile, is going to be like, yeah, very good, fuck off. Or like, that's slanderous. To jail with you. So I feel we actively have to. Yeah, but he's worth shit. Like the opinion of one person is not worth shit. We have to actively kind of catch him in a trap. And so I kind of thought a good way to do that would be to go back to the Woodland Critter Christmas lot and see what they think. And if they were to the point, because we could definitely get them on board for either a non-violent or violent like solution to the problem.
Hello again.
And we could either
what is your views on the rape and mutilation of small children?
Well, it's more the fact that it's evidence to topple him either in a violent or non-violent way. Like, if they want to help us, because end of the day, if we take down this guy running the town, my plan that I thought was we could definitely instate someone else that we prefer to run it, and then get a brothel built. Because that's pretty much all I want.
Right. Okay.
And so if we got someone else running the town, they would be more compliant with the people in the forests, and it could help them establish a new level of trade using brothels rather than exclusively wood, which would mean they don't have to keep fucking chopping down forests, which will make the eye people happier. Or if we're getting a really shitty deal and no one wants to give us a ton, we'll just be like, look at this guy, he's in a cabin molesting kids, go kill him. And then they'll go kill him, and it'll be like, oh, the conflict started when an unprovoked attack happened on the Duke of so-and-so town. And then we can step in and be like, yo, lads, that was fucking wrong. Let's chill this out, and let's just kill everyone and be the heroes.
Yeah, heroes. I'm kind of all right with both those plans, as long as essentially, like, I feel my character would not want to help Lord Carlington in any way. Because there's not many lines that my character, crosses.
That's not one of the solutions. It's either...
I'm just putting that out there. Yeah.
Oust him by, like, the legal method of being like, he's caught by multiple respectable witnesses. Ideally, I was going to use his cousin, the guy that runs a lumber mill.
Yeah. Seeing as we
Or-
already know that he
Yeah.
doesn't know about the
Yeah. Because I doubt anyone else really knows. Use
Yeah.
people of fair repute to get to come
Yeah,
come
like,
for some sort of meeting or
What
something.
about the old man that we thought was a pedo?
I was about to say, yeah, we've got that contact in the town. We've got the guy
We've got
at the
an
lumber mill,
ex-pedophile in the town.
but he's not an ex-pedophile. No one has ever said he's a pedophile. It was only us that assumed he was a pedophile.
It was some fairly hefty conjuncture.
I mean, it
Is
was
it
a
like
wild
Paris?
accusation based on fact, but it was
It
very
was a
wild.
red herring. It was actually someone else.
Wait, you
It
didn't
was
say
actually the
fish.
father who raped the bodies of his dead kids.
Yeah, it wasn't the old creepy dude.
But
Much better than just a casual paedophile.
either way, either
No,
we
I'm
get
a
him,
friendly neighborhood pedophile.
we get him legally ousted and being like, we offer you jail time or exile or something like that for your crimes, and then we're like, yo, we run this shit. And then instead of actually running the shit, because that would mean staying in one place, we get someone else, probably the old guy, who would probably be good. He might be a good candidate
Yeah,
to
yeah,
run
that
the
makes
town
sense,
for
yeah.
us. Run the town for us, and then
Either
build
that,
brothel.
or we could hold like
And the town.
We'd have a day of tree outs.
True, but they have to be a bit more than the ones we applied to this job for. I feel
Oh yeah. I mean, like, none of us really did anything. It was impressive.
true, but either way,
But yes,
find
I do
someone-
agree.
Go,
Like,
go
yeah,
about it
find-
that way, or
Mhm.
go about it in the kind of violent overthrow coup way, where we can either instigate the coup or we
yeah,
can
right.
instigate the coup on the fly and then come
A
in
very
and save
quick-
the town.
A very quick and easy way for us to like start the coup would be to show the village elder what we have found. If we show him what's in that hut, they're going to
Can
go
I-
fucking ape shit.
Can I just make a
Yeah.
reminder that you left him
Yeah.
a whole load of notes to decode?
No, the wildling person. I think Porno's on about.
Yes.
Oh
yeah,
right,
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you meant the town elder.
Sorry. Yeah. No. I meant the
Well,
the guy,
Top
the
five.
the Val.
Miller.
Val. No, I'm the Val Miller. What's the other one called?
Is it
again?
Val
I don't
Keller?
know.
Val Keldon
Keller,
is not
yeah.
them either. They're just another group. Because
Val Kilmer.
Val Keldon does mean people of the forest, which kind of would be them, but they're a branch of your people rather than the other ones.
All right. Okay.
Okay, the fucking vegans then in the forest.
They're not vegans. They eat meat.
Okay.
Anywho,
Regardless,
As
they
said by
probably-
as said by the thing that was roasting on the fire while we were having a party there.
Either way, they probably don't eat kids.
Eyes. Yeah.
maybe it was
Yeah,
tofu.
either they almost definitely don't rape children. So I think it's quite safe to say that if we say, "Oh, by the way, we found this hut. Oh, by the way, the guy that runs the town's been raping his dead kids," they won't be okay with that.
Yeah.
What was that?
Why are you presenting to us, William?
I don't know. What does presenting to everyone mean?
It means that your
Why are
camera
you-
goes on the
It
front.
yeah, it also means that like you can now play YouTube videos to us.
No, don't. Just-
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
Share Facebook, wasn't she?
Oh, Graham, please open that for a musical interlude because it's fucking hilarious. It's 36 seconds.
Oh, I saw this earlier on Reddit. No, I'm not. We're not a fucking political show. I don't give a fuck about
Yeah, we are.
it.
But he
We
fucked
are
a
not
dead
Graham. Wait, we're not a political show yet. We are literally spending our whole time.
We're not a real political show.
how
It's
to
not real
overthrow-
politics. It's fake politics for fake stuff.
It's
Graham,
all
Graham,
fake
I'm
politics,
sure it's
Graham.
very
All of it's
relevant.
fake.
Right.
You say fake politics, but raping dead kids is not really that far away from the Conservative Party, if we're honest.
Ooh, shots fired. Shots.
Right.
I mean, they might have been alive, but
See before we post or before I post this and I get some people showing up at my door being like, "You said what?" But yeah,
calm down.
This
It's
is
the
all those-
Conservatives, not the
Stalin's Russia. Like the secret police aren't going to come and take you away in the night for saying
Porno,
that
you
David
don't know
Cameron
that.
stuck
One
his
of
dick
one of
in a
those
stick.
three views could be the secret police.
Yes, definitely.
Anywho, right. The point I was going to make is you have got notes that you gave to that guy in the town. The chief
Yeah.
of the village is very much in your favour. So you've got allies, you've got people you can work with, and you've got people that you can kind of speak with. The guy's nephew was kind of indifferent. You've came to him under false pretenses anyway, so it might be more difficult to kind of get him to be convinced. You've
Yeah.
got.
I
The
don't think it's going to
information-
be difficult. I don't think it will be difficult if we show him.
Yeah.
I don't know. What if he's in on it?
He's not. He didn't
Well,
know
then we
about the
could just-
shed.
Well,
We could
Graham, as far as we know, without you being a big dirty GM and going, by the way, he's in on it.
No, I didn't.
As
I
far
said
as
he
we-
might be in it.
Yeah, but as
He's
far
not.
as we know,
He
he's
doesn't know about
not,
the place.
because we have specifically been given the piece of information that he didn't know of that's existence.
And even if he is, we can just kill him and say it was. And say
Look
it
at
was
the
the
fucking
pilot.
gnome turning
We
dirty.
did, we did,
Say
we did
it-
fairly
we'll
well.
say
at
it-
that.
We'll just say it was the hippies.
Yeah,
And then the war starts anyway.
I don't see why.
exactly.
I don't see why Hakon would be happy with like using his people as cannon fodder.
I'm not using my people as cannon fodder. I'm using my people to
Yeah, I
kill
was
other
about to say, I don't think the
None of
people in
them
this
are
dude are going to put up.
What are they
put
gonna
up
do?
a
Throw,
fight.
throw some fucking
Exactly.
benches
Like
at them?
so far, we've fought 3 guards, and I think they did a grand total of 2 damage to us.
No, they hurt souls, mate.
No,
they
they
got him to like
pretty
half
hard.
health.
Yeah, so that's half health from 3 of them onto 1 of us. If we have an entire village of people that are literally trained to hunt and kill things from birth, I think we'll do okay.
Okay. Well,
Against like 6 guards.
Yeah.
right. So, kind of moving past what your ultimate
Murder.
goal is.
Yes.
How,
Of
like,
murder.
yeah.
Murder,
how,
murder,
how are you-
murder.
I'm more thinking how you're going to achieve that goal. Like, rather, like, because the thing is, once you get to the other end of it, you can then decide how you're going to like arrange things, who you're going to like go to, and how you're going to try and set it up. So, how are you going to go about setting that up? Like, what's your first steps?
So are we want to try and oust him legally first, and then if
I
that
think
fails,
that would be
we kick,
a good
kick everything
start.
off.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so if we're going to oust him legally, then I think our first port of call has to be the village, the guy in the village,
But then
the boy who
The,
left the notes
the
with.
issue with that is though is like if they kick off massively straight off the bat, then we've started something pretty big.
Yeah, but
Whereas like,
also
'cause we can
we've got to
always
remember
go to them and be like, "Oh, check this cunt out."
we need to do this very quickly as well, because obviously he's going to notice that 2 of his guards are missing, and 2 of his guards that are very important, like they've got a very important duty to him.
Well,
And if they
yeah.
suddenly just disappear, like he's going to notice that they've disappeared. So we
Reading
have about a
through-
day.
No, reading through the
if
information
you
you were
read through the
given,
notes,
you've got
though-
till sundown today. So you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
about
yeah.
you have about 8 hours.
Yeah.
Before
we
he's
need
going to
to do
find
this.
out.
Because the change of guard happens every 8 hours.
Yeah, but did it not say in the notes the change of guard happens? There's only 1 person left there overnight.
Yeah, but so 2 of them will leave and go back to the base, and if 2 people don't show up at the base, they're going to know something's weird.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, I see. What the
So
crack
2
is.
people leave at night, and then 2 new people come in the morning.
Okay, so
So you have
we have about 8 hours. So how about we just burn this house down?
made of wood.
made- This is also a third option.
Yeah.
We just go-
There's the thing about wood is it's not always highly flammable. You can kind of set it up so it burns quite slowly and doesn't burn at all.
But what about magical fire that was shot out of maybe someone's fingers?
I don't know. Do we have like a 12th
In a
level
gun
wizard
like
that can do it?
motion.
I don't know.
Probably
I think
not.
Flare would probably
Flare would probably catch the whole house.
Well, maybe it's a tinderbox. Maybe it's a death trap.
Maybe they didn't think of these things.
Maybe the old man's really against paedophilia and he'll do it for us.
Maybe.
I was about to say, I feel if we go to the old bloke who's decoding the notes, because we can easily tell him to be like, yo, chill on the notes, unless the notes are important, unless he's
Yeah.
found something.
I also think that if we're going to try and oust him legally, like him already being part of
Stop
the
Thinking stuff
greater
because it
group,
shows up.
for fuck's sake, him being part of the bigger group, means that you probably know who in town to speak to instantly deal with.
Yeah, is there like a local like sheriff or some shit, or is that essentially just the Lord?
Yeah, who's the 5-0 in this fucking town?
The Lord.
Oh, well,
So
that's
we have to
fucking...
take down the
Again,
5-0.
read
Lovely.
through the notes. Read through the information. It says the guards that he has patrol the town and are like the police
Yep.
of the town.
Because he has so much wealth invested in the town,
Yeah.
So,
so he looks after it.
feeling.
how do you take down the police from the inside?
You start the world's most
Did they-
dangerous group.
You basically
We have to contact internal affairs.
You have a lot of information of how it all works and how like, the
Graham.
things-
Ice Cube.
Inside the guards station is there a man called Jim Gordon?
No,
Because I feel that he could help us.
because
Hold on.
oddly enough, all the just
I hear that he's a loose cannon that's trying to clean up the police system.
well, the police system isn't corrupt. That's the thing.
Oh,
Aye, the dead children that have been raped strongly disagree with that.
Yeah, but that
Yeah,
doesn't
but
mean,
in
that doesn't
fairness,
mean
they're
they're all
not
corrupt,
corrupt.
though.
The police system don't know about it.
Yeah, like only a small number of the guards know about it. Like there's probably 6 people total that
Right.
know.
Even still,
Oh,
6
that's-
people is a lot of people to have found that are okay with necrophilia.
But they're
That's,
probably the closest guards who I don't know. Like there's many reasons of how it could be set up. I'm not going to sit and go through it, but
I think that might actually be a fair idea. Like we might go to the old boy, and then we could literally try and go from the old boys to the guard stations, because I'd imagine that's in town, and see if we could kind of get like have a bunch of them, and because essentially we'd come with the knowledge of that there was a shift change inherent, which only a couple of them will know, and we know that a few of them have been guarding the hut, which they, again, because they don't know, even if they've all they've been told is to guard a hut, they might not know what's been going on there, which is fair enough. But
And also,
we
if
could
we
tell
get
them
the
the implications of if they don't help.
Yeah, if we can get the old boy to back us up like that, I'm imagining that he's got quite a weight in amongst the community. So
Yeah, he
should
has
be
a
able
bit of
to-
street cred.
Yeah,
Is that right?
so at least if we go with facts that they already know, and with backing of someone that they trust, it'll basically pull enough credence into maybe them wanting to go and speak to the Lord themselves to make sure that it's not legit.
Nice. So can we call ourselves the NWA?
Definitely. But Korean Jesus doesn't have time for our problems. He's busy with Korean shit.
okay.
That might actually be a better idea, because even after we oust, if we do it internally, we can then sort out our own kind of deal with
Whoever's going to run
Whoever
the town.
rises to power.
whoever's going to run the town and the fucking forest people, and it means I can still get my brothel built. And by that I
Also-
mean the town's brothel.
Also,
We should probably speak to his wife at some point.
it'll quite quickly separate those that are loyal without fault to the Lord and those that are like proper policemen, basically. So the
Yeah,
ones that are
because-
loyal to the Lord
Yeah.
without cause, they'll just straight away side with him, and then the others that have got a bit more morality and are not okay with the raping of dead children will join us.
I can't imagine there's going to be many of them that are like, yeah, raping dead kids, that's fine.
Well, Graham said there were 6.
Yeah, there's 6 that have been on guard here. That doesn't mean they all know and are happy
Okay.
with it, and some of them might be in a more forced position than others,
Like, I'm gonna rape your kids.
or like we'll kill your family.
I'll rape
Hide
all
your
the
kid.
kids.
So
Hide your wife.
what I would say is that plan, although it would be the kind of like simpler in terms of dealing with it, it could be the riskier plan in terms of them finding out and them putting you in a tougher situation as a result of that.
Well, yeah, but if we go,
So I'm not saying
if we, so when,
what was this?
so, what is what?
Oh no,
Oh, it's
Lincoln stuff.
It's a good flan, though. I also like his picture.
It's-
The
it's a-
picture that he's trying to get has come up, and I can see why he wanted it.
Yes.
Mine.
No, it's in the chat thing. Look in the chat rather than his tiger.
Wu-Tang
I'm
flan.
so glad that you can see it.
Yes.
Maybe dressed up as Robin.
I really wanted to be able to see, but I looked on the wiki and it said that it might not change for a day. That's so upsetting. Oh.
But yeah, if we
Right, so you want to go?
we also do have guards uniforms as well. We do have three guards uniforms, 2
Three.
guards uniforms,
You've got 3.
3 because the guy's still alive.
But yeah, you can take his uniform.
Although I know it might not be an overly,
He might be
guard.
helpful in terms
He
of
was
coming back and
he
helping
was one
us.
of the guards that was supposed to go back, by the way. So there's only one person
Yeah.
that's missing out of the people. However, being quite a small town and quite a small number of guards, if some new person shows up, they'd probably notice that it's not the same guy.
Yeah.
We are also going to have to breach at some point that we killed their friends.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
We can say that we can say that we found them in the basement.
Raped as well.
Except
No,
when
no,
that
no.
guy is like, no, you killed all of them and then spared me.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't know. I guess we could just go with the. Well, we didn't know that you weren't in on it, and you did attack us first, which is
They
true.
did attack us
They
first.
shot an arrow at Soulsby, and we just retaliated.
I got one straight in the arm.
Exactly.
It's pretty
He's
painful.
still bleeding. Look! There's blood still there.
I've not actually
History
taken the arrow out.
is
I
written
prodded
by
his
the
wound.
winners.
History is written by the winners. Right, so we're gonna go tell the old man.
Yeah, you've got enough time to go about the town and talk to people and sort stuff before you get to the point where like you need to do something about the guards. Like, and the thing is, you wouldn't even you don't need to do something about the guards. It's just if you don't, the chances of them finding out something's gone up is like.
Well,
a lot
I'd
higher and
rather,
stuff like that.
I think the strat of actually talking to the guards about it is better because then they're less likely to act like in a knee-jerk reaction to pitching up and finding people killed.
Yeah.
Like it's much easier to talk to them about the situation and then explain that people attacked us than be like them finding dead people and be like, oh yeah, by the way, there's dead kids, and it's much easier to prove if we get in there first.
Does if we talk to like David, would he know of any of the other guards that are like sound cunts that are like mad moralists?
He's not
Do you want to
really
roll?
he's not really been working for a huge amount of time. No, because he's happy to tell you anything he knows. So you can ask him questions and he'll answer.
As much as he hasn't been working for a huge amount of time, he's been in this town for quite a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. So
Yeah, so surely you'd know one of the guards that is like more.
Yeah, like is there a particular guard that if
So-
you have a
So say if like David's done something wrong or something and he's about to get chewed out by the guards, but like he might not have by a particular guard because the guard knows his situation with his kids or some shit. I don't know.
yeah, there's
Like,
a
I'm
couple
assuming
like he does say that like a lot of the guards he's spoken to and he's spoken with are fairly like they seem fairly decent people. They've not like they're not like completely like mean and like,
Yeah,
that
but they're
like,
kind of
strict
in it
stuff.
also for like moral purposes of being like essentially the police force rather than just
Yeah,
being
like
like
it's they're not all in it for this whole thing. Like he's in it because he's kind of fallen into that line of work because it's all he could really get.
Yeah.
There's other people there who have worked in the town as a kind of like police force for like a huge number, like a larger number of years before.
So is there like
Lord
a
showed up.
guard captain? Let's put this out here.
Not there is, but he's not really he's probably the least likely person to actually like work with you. As in because the higher up you go, the closer you get to Lord Carlington, so the more likely they are to side with him.
Is there a young rising star called Jim?
No.
That cannon you've got is against regulations, McLean.
What are you laughing at, Porno?
It's like Kung Fury all over again.
it's an album of dogs with shaming labels on them.
Oh yeah, they're funny.
This
Right.
is just one of a pug that's eating a bunch of crayons and has pooped the rainbow.
Great. Yeah, so like I'd say if we get a list of like a couple of the guards that are like reasonably sound, I'd say to start like with like talking to them, or if there's any guards that's not on duty tonight that's at his house.
Any guys?
Like,
that are
I'm
not on
assuming-
duty?
Well, because I'm assuming not all the guards are on all the fucking time.
Read the thing.
Yeah, but as in I don't know the distribution around the whole town because you said they police the whole town. So you said about 5 or 6 at the house. Yeah.
What Soulsby's checking is how many guards are there in total, and how
Yeah.
many does an entire shift's worth of guards cover?
Right. There's about 15 to 20 guards total.
And an entire shift where there's like 10.
Probably around half. Yeah,
So about half of them are not like working tonight.
probably less than half because it's like there's
Or,
like a
yeah,
three
whatever.
shift rotation. But yeah,
5. Okay.
at any one time there's
So-
not that many. There's
So no, but as in the point is, so we could go round up like 2 of the guards that aren't currently working, and then get them in on it, and they can help. That will help us out more. So if we want to do a wee bait and switch with old fucking David here when he goes back, we can go with a different.
Does Davy Boy have any mates in the police force?
not really.
But like, as in, so if we get 2 police forces, 2 of the guys on board, and then so if they go to do like a guard swap, then like a rotation, you can just say one of the guard that they actually know who's a guard just filled in for someone because he was ill or something. He had like an issue with his small intestines. I mean, his small intestines might be on the floor, but like it's still an issue.
Okay.
If that, like, you know what I mean, rather than just fucking wandering up to the guardhouse and be like, "Suck cunts."
I mean,
By the way, the guy you work for is a total.
it's still a
pedo.
riskier way of doing it in that anybody you speak to, despite you believing what their intentions are, they could first of all not believe you. They could feel as if they're put in a situation where they're having to choose between this information that you've came to them with, or the person who's employing them and keeps their entire town and their families fed and everything else. So they'd be put in that kind of situation.
They have 8 hours, so we could literally take them to the shed and be like, "He's a fucking dirty pedo."
Well, you've taken them to a random. Now the thing is, you've taken them to a random shed in the woods where there's 2.
But surely they know where it is because they've worked there before.
Not all. What are you saying? That
and
2 of
David,
the guards.
and David will back us up.
Right. So you're saying 2 of the guards who have been at the cabin before.
Oh,
Right. So these are people who are either in one of. They're probably going to be in one of 2 situations. This is basically the way that David's explaining it. Is that either he believes it's people who, like him, are not in a position to argue and are not in a position to fight back against any orders they're given because they rely on this job so heavily.
okay.
Yeah, but that's
Or-
because they rely on the job. Whereas if we give them an out in the fact that if they help us, we'll keep them employed and find a way to better the town.
But then they've got to trust you.
Well, yeah, they've got to trust us or trust a pedophile. And if they don't trust us, we'll just get the other lot and just fucking murder them all. Who cares?
Plan B of kill everyone.
If they're just like, I don't trust you guys. I'm actually happy working for Jeffrey fucking Leonard or Rolf Harris or whoever it is. We're just like, okay, you guys have fun working for that. And it's like 2 days later, all the woodland people kill everyone. And then we just run our own fucking town with blackjack and hookers and everything's better.
Okay.
And then we can be like, oh, we helped the prospect. Like, oust the pedophile.
Other problems
and
with that
free
plan.
oppressed race people that lived in the woods, and now they can live in a fucking town made of wood. So it's almost the same thing.
The people in the wood don't want aggression. Like they don't want to go out and fight them. Up until this point, they have not.
This news.
Yeah, but then we can just be like, look,
I think if I point out the fact that he raped and killed his own children, their opinion on that will change.
Yeah, their opinion on him
Either
will change.
that-
It doesn't mean they're going to want to kill an entire town.
yeah,
I
either
think
that or
I think that we could convince them.
we can set something.
We could try.
Hitler
We can
convinced the country.
Yeah,
just
we can
need to
set
convince
something
a
up.
small
Salisbury.
village.
God damn
Is
it.
We
Is
can
that
set
too
something
soon?
up so they get angry and they have no like choice but to respond.
Yeah, we're just dressed up in a guard's uniform and burn their town down.
Yeah,
the
we're not
little
doing
shacks.
that. We're not doing that.
I
Yeah,
think
you're not.
you could go for the more subtle approach of just killing as
Everyone?
as few people as possible that you
No,
know are linked to it.
Wait. Everyone.
No, not everyone. I think
Look,
Right.
I feel
I'll
our
speak
two
as-
choices are kill as few people as possible or kill everyone. And right now, because of how it's sounding, and if they don't trust us, I'm just on for the everyone option.
I'm going to speak as Mira, right? This is the person that you've said
Graham,
you're going
this
to
is
protect.
all or nothing. This is all or nothing, Graham.
This isn't a spectrum. This is a fairly analog choice.
Speaking as Mira, she would not be happy with killing everyone.
Yeah,
Well, she
well,
needs
she's
to
not.
fucking get back in her box.
Like, it won't
Don't
be
be
everyone.
a do nothing bitch.
How about if she doesn't like it? How about she does something?
She is a pretty do nothing bitch. She
Well,
could
no,
help.
she did keep-
She could
Is not
she could
amused.
use her
Amulet.
prospect credence
Tits.
to like add weight to her and her tits. Yeah, but then she's still a do nothing bitch.
True, but it's a do nothing bitch that's helping us, which is a great improvement.
That is true. Yeah, so we suggest that she uses her station as a prospect to aid.
In
Because
what
surely
way?
she's not happy with the raping and killing of
No,
these
she's
children.
not. But she's also not
Does
happy
she know
with...
that has... Did we tell her that yet?
She's
Yeah, we've not taken her downstairs yet.
She's up. She's
No,
up the stairs.
I
But
don't think we should. Unless, if she's ever not keen on our plan, we're taking her down.
Do you want to know why we're trying to kill everyone? Here, this is why we're trying to kill everyone. They allowed this to happen.
that's a very interesting way of looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, in the same way as me and Soulsby are technically pedophiles because Jared Hayne, the guy from Subway, was all about weight loss.
Yay.
He lost weight. He facilitated other people losing weight. We facilitate people losing weight. Therefore, we're pedophiles.
Yeah,
I hear
you're kind of linking it
Yeah,
all
but
together.
yeah, fine.
Confirmed. 100%.
So basically,
Aliens existed.
basically,
You
like,
did.
Tinfoil hat.
this guy that you've currently got cowering, like,
As we discussed to kill his whole town.
no, well, he might not be in earshot, but my point is that you've got this guy who's like explained everything to you and has given as much information, as much help as he can because he feels that what has happened is wrong and he's against it. Who was
Yeah.
in on it? So if he's in that situation, what's to say there's other people who aren't? Who, if you
Well,
then
yeah,
go,
there might be. But if they're in a bad situation, it's not like we have a loyal trust to our Lord. It's like he has leverage. If we go and we're like, look, we'll fucking get rid of him, either kill him or otherwise, and he won't have leverage on you anymore, and we'll do our best. We'll do the best that we can to make everything sustainable for you before we leave. What else are they going to be like? Actually, I enjoy being exploited for the purposes of mutilating, raping children. That's a good life.
no, chances are they're
Whereas-
probably going to agree with you, but
Yeah, and if we offer them a solution to their obvious problem, which is what happens when my main source of income is gone, then we show them. Then we like explain the plan of we're going to kind of slightly
Brothels.
change the export business of the town from solely wood to some wood and mostly hookers.
Maybe pigs.
But then isn't it just
Possibly.
wood?
Possibly a
Of
pig
various
wrestling federation.
Oh my god, luchador wrestling pigs.
what I
Oh.
would say is
That's
that
amazing.
why go to the extra risk of talking to these guards and explaining the situation to them beforehand? When
Because I feel it's less likely that we're going to have to kill all of them.
you wouldn't have to kill all of them anyway. You could just not like a lot of them would be oblivious to it. A lot of them.
You're saying that as if it's a choice we're going to make. The choice gets made for us, Graham.
Yeah, like if we go up to the Lord and be like, "Oh, we know you're a fucking dirty pedo," he's probably
He's
just
probably
gonna like,
just going to be like, guards.
Yeah.
like we can't just walk into his house and be like, "Gunge that pedo." Like that's not how it works.
I need an adult.
Pedo.
I don't know.
Guns that
We can
beat.
set up arena and have a public trial, and if he gets
You
found
could
guilty,
do.
we can gunge him.
You could do, but again,
Yeah.
these are all
Having a wank in front of a spazzy.
what
Now gunge that pedo.
what I would what I would suggest is maybe going and speak to some of the people that you know you can trust first,
The old
Well,
man.
yeah, but that's the
said we
old
do.
man.
and the people in the forest.
I thought we only had 8 hours. Can we speak to the old man and
Yeah.
the forest people in 8 hours?
You've got
Right.
8 hours until someone needs to go with David and pretend to be a guard, or like disguise themselves as a guard, or just appear to be a guard at some point.
Or we enact our plan.
Or you enact your plan, or you in some way set it up so that, like, basically, you can leave at 8 hours and do nothing, but then at that point, the guards are going to be like, someone was supposed to come back and didn't. Where were they? Oh, they
So,
were in.
Right.
surely
So,
if we
so wait.
get
Let's
two guards
let's
on our side, we can just get them to change the rota, and then no one knows anything happened.
You could do something like that, yeah.
Because you could get two
Interesting.
guards in on it, and then they're just like, "Oh yeah, we changed with like Greg, who's the other one of the guys we killed. His name's Greg now, and like Because
R.I.P.
he
Greg.
went out for dinner with his wife or something like that. I don't know. Like, just make some shit up. Like, yeah,
Thing
I
is,
changed dates so he didn't have to work
They are
nights.
eventually going to wonder where their boss goes when he inevitably is either exiled or killed.
Oh no, I'm saying like they'll find
still
out.
fa- I
This just
still
gives us
favor
more
the
time than
killer.
8 hours.
Preferably, let's bury him alive
Yeah.
in a
Option.
wooden box.
Yeah,
In a wooden
option
box.
one.
For the irony. For
At
the
that, at
irony.
that point, you do have enough people, or you do have people that you know you could like. So you've got the old guy in the town who you could potentially put in a situation where, like, you could replace him. Is that what you're like?
Oh, we could have him replace him, and we could also get the daycare lady on our side because she's out of a fucking
Yes.
job.
Although maybe not you if she knows that you're not
She
a
doesn't
kid.
know. She doesn't know me at all. Mind, I look like a kid. Remember?
He doesn't
Okay,
know me.
yeah, but
Doesn't know who I
Yeah,
am in
you
the
do.
slightest.
oh yeah, it was the kids you fucked with.
No, he didn't. He did not fuck with the kids, Soulsby.
Got to be
Not
very
literally.
careful with that.
Oh, you
Because the
pedos.
daycare lady could end up setting up a daycare for all the fucking bastard children that get born of the brothels.
Excellent, perfect. We've solved it, guys. We've solved it.
She could be like the mama-san of the brothel and look after all the kids and like
Right.
actually run the business.
This is all well and good, and these are all things that could easily happen. But you need to get to a point where you can make them happen. So, again, what's your
we
steps?
covered that. We just kill people until things work out.
Either all of them
Just keep
or
killing
none of
people
them. We've
until
discussed
something
it.
works. Eventually, no. So my plan written out on my spreadsheet so far, or on my notepad, is first off, tell the old man, see what he thinks.
Yep.
Next off, tell the forest people.
Mhm.
Next
But
off,
then what if
based
the
on
forest
the
people
info.
want to do something very violent?
Well, they're not going to go from completely non-violent to super violent, uncontrollable in one flick of a switch. It's not like they'll
It's a pretty
probably
big
progress.
switch you're flicking.
The Awuga waltz is not going to start playing immediately. Like they probably will move up to blue alert, even if it means changing the bulb. So they're probably going to go. They're not going to be happy about it, but they're not exactly going to go into like a blood rage.
Yeah.
So find out what they both think, and then ideally fake the guard change. I like the idea of
Because more than
Like-
anything else,
like
it just gives us more
change-
time.
change the rota. We can buy us more time. Then talk to once we've got those two guys on board, maybe take the old guy and talk to the guy at the lumber
The
mill.
nephew. Yeah.
Yeah, talk to the nephew. Take old man to lumber mill. See what that guy says. Fucking literally, depending on what that guy does, and I suggest we all fucking burn all of our fucking essence, finding out if he's telling the truth or not. And if he's in on it,
Kill
if
him.
he's in on it,
Gunge that pedo.
go full. Yeah, literally, don't kill him outright. We're gonna put them both together in a box or something. We'll go full Mr. Popo on them.
We'll assimilate them.
And the dirt, the worms that live in the dirt, Mr. Popo's too. Kami, then Popo. And we'll fix him. We'll fucking seal his fate in a box, and we
I
should
love the
probably,
wood
we'll probably after if we establish a good body of evidence, we should probably present them to the town and be like, "Yo, we're gonna gunge these beasts that cool."
Is there
And most-
like town crier?
Probably.
Can
Because
he
we'll just
announce
have to get him to
I
be like-
imagine there'll be like a town square for announcements and shit.
Yeah.
So we'll gather them. We'll gather them in the
There's
square.
a fair in a day, by the way.
We'll bring the two of them. We'll
Oh, sweet.
we'll bring
we could
the
literally gunge. We could gunge the pedos at the fair. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
You could set up a
Or-
stall and gunge them over and over again.
How much would it cost? How quickly can you build a brothel?
I don't know. How quickly can you get a tent and put a woman in
How
it?
long? How long?
I
does
don't
it
know.
take to gunge a pedo?
Because you but you want like a decent one because you could get it set up for the fair and have like the grand opening. Or you could definitely do the instatement of the new mayor at the fair and then have like the fair in his honor.
You could have the
and,
mayor, mayor and the maiden fair.
yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, good.
We could definitely set up a pig wrestling show at the fair. Just saying. That's another point. What do these people fucking eat if there are no pigs in town?
They get things imported. Remember, they're on one of the main trade routes going between Valastar and Fjalgar.
Right, so they literally, I'm imagining they sell wood to everybody and they buy other stuff off other people.
Yes.
Right, okay. So we could establish one of many other, because this isn't like the fucking Galactics in that book I'm reading where everyone only has a monopoly on one thing. So they could definitely just chin off some of this wood and fucking get pigs and brothels and other things mixed in.
Yeah, they could do a lot of things. It's not as if they're focused so heavily on to doing that. And also, there's probably a lot of other places who are doing probably something similar to what these guys are doing. So like the whole like cutting down the forests. So it's not as if like this place is terrible because they're the only place that's cutting down wood in the entire continent.
So my notes now read, after that, take Old Man to Lumbermill, present evidence to the town, gauge reaction, and then in all caps says, gunge that beast. So
Okay.
That's the best idea of the night.
Yeah, guns that beast.
Oh, you got your new fucking swaggy chair. I just noticed that. Fucking wee Grahammy Graham.
I got that a while
Sweet
ago.
Graham.
It's comfy as shit,
It's so good.
if it's anything like mine. Yeah, I think that's probably the best course of action. I mean, worst case scenario,
We kill everyone.
everybody
I don't
dies.
think I
and
don't
this
actually
is
think
all
that's a course of action at all. I think the killing everyone is not going to work at all.
Well,
Why
maybe
not?
not everyone, but as many people as it takes.
It could take
Or the
one
fact
for all
that-
you know.
I know it
Well,
could take
that's
one,
enough.
and then that's enough. But it could take 1,000, and then that's
There's not 1,000 people in the town.
Well, we'll find more.
we'll have to go get them. No,
They will
Yeah.
come.
if we burn it, they will come. Just if we present it, the worst thing he's going to do is try and counter argue. But if we have a fair, substantial amount of evidence,
You don't have his
including
journal. Did he not have
including-
like a sex journal, or did I make that up?
he had some book that was getting decoded. If we have the decoded book, we have the corpses. If he tries to blame it on us, we'll be like, we literally got here yesterday. These have been dead for a while. Duh. And then, worst case scenario, for some weird reason, they believe him and he turns the town against us. That's when we start killing everyone. And the killing doesn't stop
Everyone.
until Popo says so.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
So,
Worst
Graham,
case
as a
scenario-
DM, you have an incentive.
No, the thing is, the
Not
thing,
let us kill everyone.
the problem is, I know exactly how other people are going to react. So when you guys are saying stuff, I'm kind of thinking, right?
Best case scenario, we kill everyone. No,
Best case scenario, only one person dies.
This is
Well,
what I'm
that's
saying.
it.
Right. If you guys just now, so while we're doing this, so if we literally kind of do this session up until the point where you're like happy with your plan and you've planned it all out. So at this point, if you guys wanted to go and speak to that guy in the town first, would that be your first port of call?
yes.
Okay. So what are you doing with David? Are you leaving him there? Or are you taking him with you? What are you doing?
I would
would
suggest
take him with
taking
us.
David with. Yeah, I would suggest taking David with,
I
so
would
that David
suggest-
can, so that David
Yeah.
can also speak to the guy in the town.
But maybe try and chuck him in some like plain clothes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So you can be a plain clothes undercover.
I would suggest leaving him and someone at the cabin so that the cabin isn't totally unoccupied. Because if we're all like, there's dead bodies in the cabin, and someone's been like, holy shit, the guards have been murdered, let's fucking square
Well,
this away before.
Would it be a better situation? Would it be better to go to the people in the forest and speak to them first, and then they could maybe have people
Yeah,
guard
'cause
the cabin for you?
Because Porno could literally like go by himself. We could just chill here, and Porno can go by himself.
Yeah, Porno can go talk to the
Yeah,
wildling
That's
people.
fair. Yeah.
We can tell them what the sitch is, what our plan roughly is. Get some of them to come look after this place for us. We go talk to the old man and then proceed from there.
Would you? just from how I'm going to speak to them, I was probably not going to tell them what we found in the cabin, but just ask for their aid in defending it whilst we go and deal with some matters, because there's something inside there that we need to keep protected.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
sensible because they might go.
Yeah,
fucking-
I don't want them to know straight away, and like I can apologize for the small lack of information later on. But a very small crime for what we're trying to achieve.
And I'm sure if you tell them that it will hopefully aid them, like aid you in stopping the forest being cut down, then they'll help
Yeah,
you out.
exactly.
Yeah, that's part of our long-term goal.
Cool. So, could take a break just now, and then we come back. Porno can go and speak to them, and then we can go from
Yay.
there.
Yeah, sounds good.
8-8.
Okay, so we'll do that. So, back soon-ish.